Save that video for yourself. It's a number 3 video. You taping me. I'm not touching nothing. It's your government is taping me inside my house to steal information. Like I say, just, I know so much. When I write a perfect letter, I give it to the social service office, the police, the city hall. They won't see my face. I just give it to them. Especially, I know in the night, they're always sleeping. It's ghost town. Here in the night, the city hall is sleeping. But the city hall in America is not sleeping. Amazing. I used to be inside the 106 years old. The consciousness, the 38. Just like the 1-year-old baby used to be inside. Oh my God. I'm right what I say. All the black women who travel with my grandmother, they're not dead. All the consciousness. My grandmother goes to school today. She forgets what she learned. But the next black girl go to school after she learned what my grandmother learned. My grandmother forget. Let's ask the girl who is now in the classroom of my grandmother. My grandmother is 15. She forget what she did when she was 15. Now she's 16. Let's ask the black girl who is now 15. She can tell me what 15 years of age are doing. My grandmother become 100. Let's ask the 98 that just become 99 to tell me what my grandmother already forgets. My grandmother is 105. Let's ask the 94 that become 95, that become 96, that become 97, 98, 99, 100. 101, 2, 3, 4 behind my grandmother. Let's ask her. She can tell me what my grandmother forget. My grandmother is 106. The 104 become 105. My grandmother is dead. The 105 is now the 106, the face. But the consciousness what my grandmother have is gone. It comes to me. The body take the place of the wall. Everything what the wall has to offer. But my grandmother was smart. My grandmother tell me things what other people don't know. And now my grandmother, she breathed for this body. She breathed for my mother. Get my mother out. My mother breathed alone. My mother breathed for me for 9 months. And now you say that for my grandmother, I used to call her, she talks to me. And now the body is there. I cannot talk to her because she said the body goes 6 feet. But I can talk to my grandmother. The only thing is, you are not in charge of the telephone. My grandmother talks to me now inside my mind. Because the body belongs to her. Yes, the sister. But my grandmother is there. I'm gonna sleep. I wake up. I'm 106. So tell me, if I'm 106 years, when Jesus Christ is coming, my mother was 38. She doesn't listen. She was working for you. I climb up to be 38, and now I listen. I remember my grandmother very good. How she is. She never takes shit from anybody. My grandmother always say, when they call her Madame Masire Kabo, she say, until I'm dead. I am Masire Kabo till the day I die. She was always proud. My grandmother. My grandmother mother, Buddy, the one who died. Please tell me, she was 38, right? And she make her daughter, which is my grandmother. Where did I went? The 38. Tell me, that sister. You send a woman who make a boy, and then he was the chief, to marry my grandmother mother, but my grandmother is her mother because it's the same body. The chief is married to my great grandmother to pretend he's papa and change the name of my great grandmother to become the name my grandmother have now. The chief is dead. My great grandmother is dead, but my great grandmother become my grandmother. My grandmother become the 38. She become the 76. And now she's 106, die. But there is still 5 years for her to become the next 37. Because 37, 37, 37 times. And then you say the body is dead. But the body is here. And the last level is in the body. I don't come from God. Did you bring me with a spaceship? I came out of her. Put my mother back in. Put me in. I'm in a graveyard. I'm dead. But she was 53 and she get my mother out. My grandmother know your plan. The wind know your plan. Age 13, I mean so little. There is a clot. It cannot be a mistake. So little. There is a clot because if I was late inside, I would not be the 38 consciousness now. I have to come out earlier. You have my birth certificate. You know the day I was born. My mother was 13, pregnant, age 14. If I was in there till she was 28, and then she get pregnant, then I'm not yet the consciousness. The baby face come up to make the consciousness have a face to talk. My grandmother, who was 38, she was very brave. She sleep, she wake up, you say she's 53. Now she have my mother. My mother have me. And now you make her look like she's many. Yeah? Okay, the system. My grandmother thinking is here. If I call her on the telephone, there are things she want to tell me. She can tell me because she know you listening. But she's smart. You know, she's dead. You babysit me, babysit me, babysit me. And now the 37 3 times when she was a baby is now inside the body, the same body. And now you put a camera to tape me, you know, she can talk now. In Africa, she speak another language you don't know. She speak Limba. Even Creole, she doesn't speak it properly. My mother speak Creole. You need the consciousness of my grandmother. And I'll take the body over here, learn the body English, and now you read the mind, what you cannot read before. You cannot read her mind before because she speak another language. Now you make her speak another language also. The 2 daughters, they speak Dutch, which is not English. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? The system. 37, 37, 37. 30, 30, 30, 90. Plus 10, how much is it? 100. Plus 5, 105. Plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. It is 6. It's 111. 111. 2011 equals 112. The body, you say, is dead. On paper, you all have all the ministers, they are born, their birthday add up to 111, 111, 111. The world, nobody died. You can change it. All the girls, they're supposed to have fun. When they're 37 years of age, take them to the doctor, inject them. No masturbation before the injection, and then they can get a baby girl out. And they can always get their consciousness when they're 38 the next time. The consciousness is the baby. It is not them. They're 37. So when they hold the baby in their arm, they have the consciousness to think. Now you make me many. But the consciousness wrapped a cloth to differentiate in order for me to know who I am. But I did not know. I forget. My mother tell me this past behind. Do I lost my mind? Maybe I don't count it properly. 777. 7 times 3. How much is it? 21. 30, 30, 30. How much is it? 90. 90 plus 21. 111. And the 3 faces out of the 111 is my grandmother, it's my mother, and it's me. You throw the first face away. The second face is the 53. But the first face, what you say is the last face, is me. I'm the first face. I'm not just 53. I'm coming to be 53, and I'm coming to be 106. So my grandmother was not the big one. The child is the big one, because my grandmother was already tired. When she was a baby, there was a great grandmother also was 106. She died. But if that great grandmother have a boy, my grandmother will be 6 feet right now with my grandfather's dick. But because circumcision protect us to have a face so we can talk as the consciousness. But you have secret for you. Listen. I have a house in Africa. 2 houses. I built it before I even met the guy from Holland. My mother lived in the house with the consciousness of her mother. When my mother was 13, she was not 53. Now the age of my grandmother when she was pregnant with her is now in her body and live in the house. But I live in this house, what you bill, I have to pay bills. I try to manage the light. But the only thing I'm telling you, I'm here still going on my journey. Don't disturb me when I'm sleeping. Don't try to shut me up by taking my wind out of my body. If I have a telephone, I cannot call people unless you give me the code to hear the voice of the people. I say you are in charge of the voice of the people when they sleep. They never can make a phone call. If the telephone code give me the right to make the phone call, I say you are always in charge of the 38 years of age voice when the body will become 100. When the little baby grow up to be 38 years again, you can see the consciousness again. The next time you print your money, don't send it for me, because I figured out the more things I buy, my house gets full. The more I eat, I get fat. The only thing I need is my breastfeeding. It's still inside of me.